Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. All right. And let me bring the slides up, which, of course, I have been working on to the last minute. But I had to say enough is enough. And here we go. All right. And let's see who's here first. Oh, there we go. And excellent. Sonia Johnson, thank you so much for being here. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Connie Bomber, I think I just saw you there. I don't know what I did with my bomber bell. Where in the heck is my bomber bell? Oh, there we go. Um, wait, they got me? Who got me? They got me? I've been got. Oh, I hope not. Let me see. Somebody got me, huh? Huh? Um, well, I mean, I don't think I've been got or had, but no, everything's fine. but just a bit of last minute stuff. But let me see here. Um, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to take that away and put it back. Let me see here. All right, try that one more time. Okay. No, everything is fine. Not to worry, Bunny Rose, but thank you so much for the concern. Let me see here. Hi, Lydia Washington, Isby. Oh, by the way, you guys, I don't think we'll be here more than 2 hours. I don't think so. No more than 2 hours. Uh, okay, I'm just glancing at a few of your comments here. There we go. And oh no, nobody got me. What, did something happen? Balaji Anthony, thank you so much for the super sticker. And Bunny Rose, thank you so much for the concern. I really, really do appreciate it. And thank you very much. Hey, Jules Ryder. Let's see. Susan Whitelock is here. Okay, let's get on with it. All right. So, repurposed thumbnail, you can probably tell, but I like that one because the Sussexes look so smooth in California. And of course, those mouth breathing, um, mouth askew, twitchy, uh, jealous people over there. Okay. Let me do this next one here. So, you guys, sad news again today. There was a plane crash in Philadelphia, and it's a not a commuter plane, but just like it looks like an air ambulance, but maybe that's not what it was. Maybe it was just that type of plane. But anyway, that is the photo of the plane that they had. So I'm sure it wasn't exactly that plane, but just so that you can get an idea of the scale of the actual aircraft. That is worrying. It is very worrying because I'm not going to share like the bad photos of destruction, but just a couple photos to give you an idea. But let's see. It says, oh, it was an air ambulance. Horror as air ambulance with child patient. Good God. Oh, that makes me sick on the stomach. Oh, I'm sorry I looked at that. Their escort and four crew members crashed in a residential area just 30 seconds after taking off. Oh, that makes my stomach ache. I hate when kids are involved in something like this. Oh, wow. So, yeah, that is the actual aircraft. I did not really get a chance to look at the story because you know, I just didn't take the time to look at it, but I definitely was going to mention it. And oh wow, that is unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. And it was a Learjet, so that's what that is. A Learjet. That is the kind of jet that is favored by celebrities, captains of industries, and they've been around for a while. They're actually pretty reliable. They are pretty reliable. So who knows what could have possibly have happened, but that is so unfortunate. Hi, Esmeralda. And Gromley, thank you so much for being here. Angela M64. Okay. Carmen, thank you again for being here. And anyway, so again, I didn't want to show you the worst of things, but that's just to give you an idea of the type of area where this happened. It's a residential neighborhood. And I'm just like, thinking a jet like that, you just don't expect something like this. Usually, when you're dealing with, like, say, one of those little Cessnas or something like that, um, but you would expect a Learjet to have like all the latest avionics and all of the bells and whistles that would make something like this so unlikely. But um, it's not as we just don't know. We don't know when stuff is going to happen, and yeah, gosh, those poor people and that child. Okay, you guys, I gotta move on from this because that just makes my stomach ache. It really does. I hate the thought of that. Okay. So the there was a birthday party today. There was a birthday for Kerry Washington, and I actually managed to grab that little split second video. I suppose out of respect for the Duchess of Sussex and everything that, or should I say, the circus that can surround her presence in any place she goes. They did not feature her on any of the photos. However, we did get a very, very small glimpse of our Duchess, and you could see her on the left side of both photos. I kind of zoomed in there on the right. And so, why don't you let me grab the video that I managed to plunder? And oh gosh, is that it? Okay, let me just make sure. Let me make sure. Oh my God, a child. Mm-mm-mm. As I get older, I just don't have the stomach for that kind of stuff. I really do not. Okay, now the video. Let me see here. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Try one more. Oh, that is it. Okay. Kind of hid it from myself. All right. Sometimes I'm just. There you go. It's just like 18 seconds. Now let me go back here just a little bit. I did the one portion of it in slow motion. I'm going to turn the music off of that one. There you go. That is the slow mo. That is the slow mo. So it looks like they're at a restaurant. Let's dissect this. It looks like they're at a restaurant, maybe. I think. Okay. And those are obviously donuts. And let's try to get a good glimpse of this table here. I am just nosy AF, aren't I? I am nosy. I'm just trying to get the dirt. I want to see what's going on. You think it's a private home? Okay. Looks like a private. Yeah, I guess it could be a private home. Well, I saw some other photos, none of which included Meghan, which is why I didn't share them. And it did seem like they were in a private home. So I believe you're right. I believe you. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Any glimpse of, what I love about this? What I love about it is just the other day, somebody declared that Meghan was sulking because of the attack on the Sussexes from and nothing could be further from the truth. Meghan and Harry are out doing their things. They're like, oh, she disappeared. There are long periods of time where we don't see the Duchess of Sussex, who has two small children at home. Who has two small children at home. So I don't know what part of the Sussexes are hands-on with their family they don't get. Yeah, you don't see her every day, and we're accustomed to that. Exactly. She is living a season of joy. That's right. Thank you very much. She is living a season of joy. Joy, joy, down in my soul. Joy, joy. Okay. There we go. Oh, next one. Let me get over there. So, Kerry Washington, Jessica Alba, and Princess Meghan at Kerry's birthday dinner soiree. Okay, that word right there, soiree. It always seems like it has a W sound, right? Soiree. See, when I don't think about it, I can say it. Yes, thank you very much, Connie Baumer. Absolutely. Oh, the birthday of one of the BTS members, huh? You guys, okay, well, let me wrap up this birthday first, and then I'll tell you the other thing I want to tell you. Oh, I went to a very strange place, but I'll tell you in a minute. And I had to. You're going to wonder why, but I promise you I had to. So, Kerry Washington says, "It's my birthday," which for me is always a time for reflection and healing. But truth be told, in Los Angeles right now, I feel like we are all needing to do a lot of that. It's amazing how loss, or even the threat that is of loss, can remind you of what matters most. I mean, January has been no joke. These are treacherous times for so many of us, all of the country. And I get through it. And I'm sorry. And to get through it, focus, focus. We are going to have we're going to have to double down. I'm the one that bunched it up so small like that. We are going to have to double down on finding and nurturing community. Today, my heart is with the many people here in LA that have lost so much in these devastating fires. So, for many birthday wish, oh, I'm sorry, not many. So, for my birthday wish, I'd love for you to consider donating to Altadena Girls, an amazing organization helping young girls to rebuild a historic community in need of our love. Any amount means so much to them and to me, and I will match your donation. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can grab that link. Let me see if I can grab that link, and I'll put the link at the top of the chat. Um, as I have said with this type of tragedy with the fires and everything else that we have witnessed, if you are not sure, because all of us, we see stuff and we want to do something, there are some very reliable organizations where you can make your donation. I actually will share a list of the ones that were made available by Harry and Meghan today. But in the meantime, let me grab that link. Um, okay, let me see. Kerry Washington should be easy to find. Oh man. Okay, where did that come from? Wow, the Times of London sent a reporter to stalk the Sussexes. That was a quote from Celibici. Okay, now I just got distracted there, but I know I'm looking for Carrie, so give me just a second here, and I will find that link. It is right there. Just want to make sure that I get the whole link. The entire. Oh, that's pretty easy. It's just what you see on the screen. There's no cryptic lettering afterwards. It's just that. So that's pretty easy. I'll just put it here. And then I will link it to the top of the chat. There you go. Voila. It is there. That is the link that Kerry Washington has just recommended for the Altadena girls. All right. And then, of course, I will share those other organizations with you later. Was the middle? Okay. Oh, what's that you say, Baron Altadena was a middle class area where blacks could purchase property when Pasadena was redlined hard. No, you can't buy here place. Oh yeah, yeah. I saw the I think it was CBS Sunday Morning. They talked about that. They talked about the loss of the community, and yeah, and we shared some stuff. Now that I recall, we actually shared some stuff like that, like right after the fire. So yeah, that's a good reminder, though. But thank you so much. That the weight of what's been lost. Oh, and from the way people were speaking about those communities, I know this sounds kind of weird, but I was just like, I want to live there. I wish that was my neighborhood. What I loved about it is that it was very artsy, very bohemian, very um, diverse, all of the ingredients that you could hope for in a very progressive, diverse, bohemian, artsy community. It just seemed like some place that you could go and just chill. And it almost seemed like it was a very small town and everybody knew each other. And all of the descriptions that I heard, everything was so ideal. I'm just like, I want to live there. But at the same time, you hope that they can build it back, right? Like with the Katrina, there were so many people that were displaced, and thousands of people never, ever returned to New Orleans. And let's hope that that does not happen here, because that'd be a real shame, because it seemed like such a beautiful community. And those people deserve to have the life that they had before. Yeah, nobody in Hollywood likes her. Nobody. Oh, the way people tolerate Meghan, and the deception, the way that they hug her and embrace her and smile and take pictures with her. It is just it is in such poor form that they pretend to like her, and yet according to the tabloids, she is skating on thin ice. She is skating on thin ice. So yeah, there you go. That is what she's hoping for her birthday. Now let's take a quick look back at just a few photos I happen to have on my hard drive, like this one. That is, of course, from the concert night with Beyonce. Was that night number one or two? I think it was. Oh gosh, I don't remember, because I know Megan went the next night, right? There were like 2 nights or where she sat at the Billionaires Row. But anyway, love that photo. That is very cool. And right there, you can see on the left, that was from Tyler Perry's award that he received. And then on the right, let's see. Now that the Asian guy, he's like on television in Canada, right? The years go by and nothing changes. I love it. Beautiful ladies. So that is a much older photo of them. Both of those at the top are kind of, yeah, those are older photos. So, yeah, I don't know how long Megan and Kerry Washington have been friends, but it seemed like they go back like cornrows. There's a better close up of that photo on the left. And as you can see, Kerry Washington shared that on her Instagram some time ago. And there on the right, mostly for the sake of the quote, I am sharing this. Unfortunately, Kerry, I don't think she was at the table when this photo was taken, but you can see friends are the family you choose. Friends are the family you choose. You got to love that. And there is a wide angle image. Carrie to the left, the Duchess of Sussex, and Tyler Perry, and of course, Oprah Winfrey. What a table. What an amazing table. I'm sure there's a lot of amazing people there. I think I'd rather sit there at that table if I had my choice. Or maybe not. Maybe I would want to be at an adjacent table so that I can gawk without being so obvious. Yeah, so that is super cool. Let's go through that one more time. I never get tired of looking at these. And that's oh gosh, Kelly Rollins, right? That is Kelly Rollins, I think, in the middle. Yeah, poor Megan. If only those people were really her friend. If only those people were merely, I'm sorry, really her friends. Poor Megan. Oh, I forgot about this one. I forgot about this one. Oh, love that. Love that. What a great night. What a great night. And what I love is that all of these people, all of them have worked so hard. They have worked so hard to be in those spaces. They have really worked very hard, all of them. So they deserve it. And you know what, you guys? I got a little nervous because I had cropped Tiffany out of the photo. And just to avoid getting a nasty phone call or some threatening text message or something, I said, you know what? Let me rethink this before I share this photo. And so I decided to, uncrop the photo so that we can get Tiffany in there because you know how she is. Tiffany uh, finds herself with the most interesting people. And so before I get my feelings hurt, right? Before the wrong thing is said, it just be so much easier to get Tiffany and her buddies, her, and her Christoph, or no, her Waterford Crystal champagne flute with its Dom Perignon. It's better to just put her in there instead of getting your feelings hurt, right? That's what I was thinking. I was like, Tiffany is a little temperamental, so better to just put her in there than to have her, hurt my feelings. So there she is. So for the record, if anybody asks you, make sure you tell them, yes, Tiffany was in the collage of photos. Yeah. All right. My conscience is clear. My conscience is clear because I was like looking over my shoulder while I was prepping today, and I said, wait a minute, where's Tiffany? And of course, I'm still not over that scandalous photo of Tiffany and wait, I'll show you. Give me a second. I'm still not over that one. Where are they? There's such a scandal. It really is. It really, really is a scandal. Um, wait, where is she? Oh, I don't see her. Well, anyway, Tiffany will likely, I can't promise, but Tiffany is also likely to make an appearance on With Love Meghan. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if she was just passing through or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but we'll see. Okay. No, I don't see it. All right, never mind. Never mind then. Maybe I deleted it. And you know what? It's probably for the best. It is likely for the best if I had deleted it rather than because I don't know if I'm authorized to share it. So better safe than in court. That's what I say. Oh, but it's so cute. I wanted to share it. Nope. All right, no matter. No matter. Moving on. Now, take a look here. Chris Martin joins opening ceremony headline lineup for Prince Harry's Invictus Games in Canada. The Coldplay rocker will take the stage to celebrate games next weekend. Are we just a week away? Are we really just a week away? Do you remember it was over a year? And now we're just a week away. Where has the time gone? Where has the time gone? Oh, Connie Balmer. Connie Balmer, thank you so much for thinking about them. I spoke to Mo Shannon, gosh, maybe the other day. I spoke to her the other day. And yeah, she's in pretty good spirits. She's in pretty good spirits. And sometimes she listens, but she doesn't have to actually come into the chat, which is good to know. But yeah, thank you so much for thinking about them. So there you go. There's going to be a lineup full of stars at the opening ceremony of Prince Harry's Invictus Games in Canada. On January 31st, the Invictus Games announced that Chris Martin has joined the lineup for the opening ceremony of Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025. On Saturday, February 8th, the Coldplay frontman will perform at Invictus kickoff event at British Columbia Place in Vancouver, and joins previously unannounced headliners. I'm sorry, not unannounced, announced headliners Katy Perry, Nelly Furtado, Noah Kahan, and Roxy Brunel. Okay, well, Jelly Roll, what is that for the closing ceremony? But anyway, it should be a great night. It should be a great night. Looking forward to it. And I promise you guys, if I find the link, when and if I find the link, I will make sure that I share it with you all on the community tab or whatever. Thank you, Church Nelly. I'm going to pin that to the top of the chat. That is the, what is it? The squatty hooks. And I've mentioned it before, and perhaps you can just take a look at it whenever you have the opportunity. But that is something that Rohini and Anne of Duchess of Success have worked on. It's a collaboration to make sure that these handmade items from, can, especially if you're going to the, I don't know if there will be time, but I guess you could find out. But if you're going to the Invictus Games, Rohini's custom-made pieces might be for you, and even if you're not going, it's still a great keepsake. So do check it out. And again, I keep saying this just to make sure you understand they have kept the prices as low as possible, but shipping from where Rohini lives is a little bit expensive, but they found a way to take a great deal of the price away from the shipping and save money by using an alternative location to ship from, I think, the US. So check it out. There you go. A statesman said that Martin's performance will be a powerful tribute to hope, resilience, and the Invictus spirit at the heart of these games, and is a little known fact that the Grammy Award winner already has a special connection to Prince Harry's International Adaptive Sports Tournament for wounded, injured, and sick service personnel and veterans. Show enough, looking forward to that. So there you go again, Chris Martin, performing live. Global star Coldplay's Chris Martin joins our already star-studded opening ceremony on February 8th at the BC Place, featuring all those other people I mentioned. New tickets just released, but they won't be there for long. Don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime lineup. I'm getting excited just looking at that. What a night. I'm so proud of Harry. I really am. And I hope Meghan will be there for the first night. If you guys remember last time, she couldn't be there because of the children. But yeah, let's hope she's there for the. Oh God, this chair, you guys! I hate this chair. Oh, I let it up. I let it down. Oh, it doesn't squeak, but it's also not very comfortable. Oh God, this chair. All right. I'm so sorry. I had to get that out of my system. Don't worry. I'm going to work on getting another one. It just, I need to take the. Actually, I did see some promising stuff, and I will replace this one very soon. But the other chair, oh, it was gone. It was a goner. Let me just say this. Have you ever heard that term metal fatigue? It was suffering from I'm not medical. What am I saying? Metal fatigue. It was listing left and right. I was rolling like I was on the high seas. I'm like, before I end up on the floor, how about I just put this one out in the garbage? Yes, I do have a standing. Oh, there we go. I do have a standing desk. I stand, I sit, I stretch, I bend. But yes, I do have a standing desk. You know what? That's not a bad idea. It's probably time to stand up. Yeah. I think I started off standing today. Then I sat down and then I regretted it after about 10 minutes. Okay, my desk is on its way up. Royal couple set to join Prince Harry at Invictus Games Canada in surprise move. It'll be a royal reunion for the Duke of Sussex and the European Prince. You guys, I hope this doesn't overshadow the event. I'm sure it will not, um, you know, as far as Harry is concerned, but the tabloid media, they can make something out of nothing when it matters the least. But when it's something really important, then all of a sudden they can't see anything. They don't know nothing. So, but Harry spent some time with Hokum. Yeah, Hokum, Prince Hokum in 2017, which is the photo you can see there on the left side. So, and also Prince Hokum is involved with the Danish military. He lives in Washington, D.C. right now as a special envoy or attaché or whatever they called it. So, there is that connection for him with the Danish military. And let's see here. Let me go and grab the one from yesterday, which has a little bit of the information there. Ah, there we go. That was from yesterday. And as you can see, the Danish king's brother has been living in the United States since last year, although I don't know how old that article is. Prince Hokum, Princess Marie, and their kids reside in Washington, D.C., where the royal dad of 4 works as a defense industry attaché at the Embassy of Denmark. Earlier this year, Hokum told Washington Post, "We've lived here for 7 months now, and very few people know who we are. Danes apart." And that's a good thing. They don't recognize them, and that's a good thing. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are surprised that there are still other royal families in Europe. Yeah, that is a good point, Connie Balmer. They're always listening. Let's see right here. Oh, that is from yesterday. I don't need that. I'm sorry. Back over here. And here's another image of the prince and his family on the balcony. It says Prince Hakim and Prince Harry previously met in Copenhagen in October 2017 during a visit with Danish Invictus Games participants during Harry's official visit to Denmark for that fall. And so let's see. The two kids to the left with their mommy, Marie, that is the children from the second marriage, I believe. And then the two boys on the right, they're the ones who have a mother that is biracial, Asian, and something European. And of course, unfortunately, those two were stripped of their titles. I'm not going to get into that, but now they are counts instead of prince. Instead of being royal princes, they are counts or royal counts. So, and the taller guy, the taller kid with the brown necktie there, he's the one who has done some runway modeling. So, while I hate that he lost his title, I could imagine that that could have been a bit confusing for people having a real life prince walking up and down a runway. So, and Suits Abigail Spencer explains how, with love, Meghan gives an authentic look at Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle's best friend, Abigail Spencer, is weighing in on Netflix with Love, Meghan, and teasing what viewers can expect to see. What I'm so excited about is that people will really get an authentic look at the woman that I love and know. Spencer told People magazine in an interview published on Friday, January 31st. Also, you're going to learn a lot. Spencer noted that she's already learned a lot from Markle over the years, and that will continue on forthcoming show. Their friendship kicked off after Spencer guest starred alongside Meghan on Suits. She actually gets to teach me something on the show. The actress teased, I'm just so grateful. Now, if you all remember, there was a troll in the British media who did not like the idea that Abigail Spencer shared with the public that she received one of those uh, jams that, oh no, not that one, the jam that Meghan sent to her closest friends. I mean, she was absolutely livid about it. And so, yeah, Megan and Abigail, also they're birthday twins, kind of like me and Anna Wintour. We share the same birthday, but trust me, our personalities are very different. Uh, I think our personalities are very different. I'm nothing like you know um, Anna Wintour, at least not much like her. But let's see. Oh, I know who it was. It was that troll Angela Levin. These photos really set her off. When she saw these photos, she saw red. She saw red when she saw those photos. I mean, ooh, she was just oozing with anger. As a matter of fact, not only did she see red, but unfortunately, she smeared it all over her lips. See there? I believe that was the day that she just took that tube of lipstick and just balled it up in her fist and just smeared all over her face. And just angry. See what happened when you get mad, you start going heavy on the lipstick. Yeah, you start going heavy on the lipstick. That's how angry she was. She was just like, look at her, frothing at the mouth. Yeah, she was pretty upset. And then, of course, when she went on GB News, oh my God, she was just like, um, what did she say? Oh, wait, here she goes. There's that little troll, right? It's amazing. You can barely tell them apart, can you? I just don't understand. Why was she rolling on the ground and so hysterical with the dog over jam? It just, I couldn't understand it. Megan gave her some jam. So what? She was, and Megan is a Hollywood actress. She always gets what she wants. And Miss Spencer was, she was all over the ground and hysterical. I could not believe she used the term hysterical. Why does she have to be so hysterical over some jam? Because Megan was nice enough to give her some homemade jam. And I wouldn't call that hysterical. She was just sharing with people on her social media. And she had the dog and she was rolling all over the ground and she was all so hysterical. Yeah, she called her seriously. She called her hysterical. I don't understand why she was so hysterical. Abigail Spencer was just enjoying a gift from her friends. From one of her friends. That's it. That's it. That's it, and that's all. Don't think I did any less when I received my coffee cup, my coffee mug the other day. I was a bit excited. Actually, I was very excited. So I could understand, if you get some jam from your good girlfriend and you just, go lay out in the sun and be like, oh my goodness, look at this amazing presentation. You know what? I should go. Oh no, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to suggest anything. But I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure that I put these photos where Angela Levin can see them. I'm going to make sure that I put them where she could see them with the caption, "I don't understand why she's so hysterical." Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, just to be shady. I will place those in a place where Angela could see them so that she could see how hysterical. Or maybe I should make a video of myself. I'm going to go outside and roll around in the snow and get hysterical over my jar of jam. I'm going to pretend like I got it from Megan. That's what I'm going to do. Bunny Rose, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here watching Royal Sussex. Now, I am going to take my computer and I'm going to go outside and I am going to roll all over the grass and get hysterical with my super sticker. And then I will make sure I send that to Angela Latrine. One of the content creators, the Royal Sussex, he was so hysterical because he got I just don't understand why he was so hysterical. It's none of your business, girl. Mind your business. Okay. Take that away. Now, watch out, Harry and Meghan. King Charles is set to be a star of a feature-length Amazon film at Dumfries House. Oh God. Why? Why? You know why I'm sharing this with you, right? What is wrong with that headline? What is wrong with that headline? Why does that headline grate on my nerves? Huh? Anybody want to answer that for me? Why does that headline grate all over my nerves? I'll wait. I mean, just, I'm like, really? Oh, really? Big eye roll. Big eye roll. Yes, yes, absolutely. In order to get an audience, and the only way that they can ensure, which by the way, I did not read the article, they wanted to make sure that people look at the article. They have to throw Harry and Meghan. Watch out, Harry and Meghan. And especially for Charles and Godzilla. But they do that with the entire royal family, where they have to throw Harry and Meghan in there because they know otherwise nobody's going to look at it. No one's interested. That is the only way that that's possible. Otherwise, it is DOA, dead on arrival. So, but yeah. Now, as you guys know, I have been to Dumfries House. As I've said on several occasions, I have been to Dumfries House, and it is a beautiful place. It and listen, as far as those kind of trophy homes are concerned, it doesn't look like much on the outside, but trust me when I say it is amazing, not because it is so outstanding, but just the fact that it has over 60 pieces of genuine Chippendale furniture that was custom made just for that house. And it is the biggest collection that was purchased by a single owner of that furniture. Chippendale was the first furniture manufacturer to have a catalog, and it was sketches, images of the most amazing furniture. And you just order what you want, and they would make it in his workshop, and they would deliver it. And it's a beautiful place, and that is the reason why I wanted to go there, is because you know because such a great connection. So um, let me see here. Okay. Uh, Let me go to the next one here. Now, listen, you guys, if they're going to make a feature length about Charles and his Dumfries house, then why don't they do, and I love Netflix, I do, even before Harry and Meghan. Why don't y'all do a feature length about Charles and the disparity that the people of the United Kingdom are suffering? The fact that this billionaire king and his billionaire son, that they are collecting all this money with their duchies while so many other people are struggling. So that is something that I would like to see them make a video about. Make a video about that, or if you're going to do a feature length, talk about some of Charles' friends, like the archbishop, the one who looked the other way while one of the other people in the church was, accused of some things. How about they talk about that? That's what they need to do. right? That would be interesting. See there? Head of Church of England to step down over handling of abuse scandal. Huh? Even Graham Smith chimed in on that one. So I think that would be a good feature length something. Or how about all the money that they're making in those little shops like the one that they have at Dumfries House? You know, they have a cafe there. I enjoyed a delicious sausage roll and soup myself. Yeah, talk about that. Cha-ching. I mean, look at those big sausage fingers going in that register, grabbing all that money out the till. He never had it so good. And then, of course, why not talk about the mistreatment of the Duke of Sussex and his family? The king says he wants to see Prince Harry's kids, so why kick them out? The fact that he evicted his son, his daughter-in-law, and their children from their only safe space in all of the United Kingdom, something that they paid for. Huh? Talk about that. When I saw that headline, I'm like, okay, if they want to do something with Charles, why not talk about some of this stuff? That's what they need to talk about instead of going on and on about the Dumfries house. I mean, I get it. It's a great place. Yeah, it's a great place. And what else do we have here? The weakest thing a narcissist parent can do is campaign for family and friends to see their own child as a villain, bringing a human into this world only to bully and torment them in this way is the ultimate cowardice. How you like that? And Harry has done nothing but show his father love and respect. Love and respect, especially given all that he put his mother through. And, you know, I get the excuse, oh, he was just doing his duty and it wasn't what he really wanted. Diana was a teenager. I don't want to say child, I'm just going to say teenager. But this man was in his 30s. This man was in his 30s, not his 20s, but his 30s. And he showed poor judgment then, and he still is showing poor judgment now. There is just so much more that any filmmaker or any studio can talk about with this guy. And this is nothing but a puff piece, whatever it is, and I'm going to watch it. If it's on Netflix, I'm going to watch it. I'm not even going to pretend otherwise. Now, Visa smear. This is, of course, from Feminagra, another article that they have, and I love Feminagra. I do follow them. Let's see here. Prince Harry U.S. visa status has become the latest target of misinformation, with British tabloids pushing the false claim that Donald Trump could deport him. This narrative, fueled by right-wing think tank the Heritage Foundation, suggests that Harry lied on his visa application about past recreational pharmaceutical use. However, U.S. immigration laws does not support these claims. The British press has amplified this manufactured scandal, using it as a distraction from Prince Harry's recent legal victory against NGN, which admitted to years of criminal activities against Harry. The truth is, Harry is not at risk of deportation, and Trump does not have the power to revoke his visa. So, why is this story everywhere? And what do US law actually say? Let's break it down. So, British media pushes a false narrative about Trump and Harry's visa. About Trump, as far as Harry's visa is concerned, the Daily Mail, the Express, the Telegraph, and the rest of the British media pack have aggressively covered the Heritage Foundation push to expose Harry's private immigration record. Neil Gardner, whatever, a British conservative commentator, has led the charge demanding that Trump release Harry's visa file. That's all they want, is to get into that file. I mean, let's see, March of 2023, the seed of misinformation was planted. Now Gardner asked, how, and this was with a tweet, how Prince Harry got a visa, fueling baseless speculations despite legal basis for public access to immigration records. How did Prince Harry get a U.S. visa? Campaigners demand to know. So that is a piece that he shared with the Daily Mail. So by May of 2023, the British, the Britain doesn't want him back. Yeah, that's when they started Britain doesn't want him back narrative. Gardner shifts the focus, implying that Britons reject Harry while still pushing visa speculation despite no legal action against him. Prince Harry warned, that is, Britons don't want him to come back as Duke faces significant question over visa. That's another tweet of his. And then by June of 2023, the significant question that don't exist. This is what the magazine is saying. By June 2023, the significant question that doesn't exist. Gardner pushes the idea that Prince Harry's visa under scrutiny, though no official action supports his claim. So he's claiming that there is some scrutiny of his visa, but there wasn't. That was just to keep people talking about it. Prince Harry's visa status challenged in federal court after admitting recreational pharmaceutical use. Okay, that was in one of the, I'm not going to say which magazine that was in. And then by October 2024, they have a whole timeline, by the way, the never-ending visa headache. Despite no development, Gardner keeps the narrative alive, insisting on a problem that courts have already dismissed. The courts have already dismissed it. And so let me just say this. Yes, there's a lot of things that Trump can do with an executive order, with pressure on department heads and all that kind of stuff. But the reason why President Biden, put so many federal judges in place is to make sure that there is a mechanism to slow things down, if not to cancel it altogether. So unless the United States Supreme Court is going to, in unison decide that, oh, this is the biggest issue on the table right now is Harry's visa status, because it would likely go to the Supreme Court, then there's just no there. I don't know that the Supreme Court would be anxious to try to break up a family with little children over some political gamesmanship. So by November of 2024, Trump will fix it edition. Yeah, so by November 2024, that's when they started saying, oh, Trump is going to fix it. Gardner suggests Trump will release Harry's immigration record, ignoring the fact that U.S. law protects all visa records, including Harry's. Okay? And trust me, there are so many other things that Donald Trump will be preoccupied with. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. Trump does not go out of his way to discuss Harry and Meghan. Usually, there is a pool reporter or some interview or such where they start asking him things. And as we can see from the press conference that Trump had yesterday, that if you throw it out there, he's going to say something, right? If you put it out there, he's going to say something. I will say for now, do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. This is just a huge aggravation at this moment. The Heritage Foundation, a far-right U.S. think tank, is behind Project 2025, a plan to radically reshape U.S. immigration policy under Trump. Their goal is not about Harry, it's about setting a legal precedence for government to expose and deport immigrants based on selective moral judgment. But there is the truth. U.S. immigration law protects Harry's privacy, and no U.S. president has the authority to retroactively revoke his visa based on personal admissions in a book. And then it says what U.S. immigration law actually says. Now let's go through this point by point. Number one, immigration records are private. Harry's visa application is protected by U.S. privacy laws. The Heritage Foundation filed a Freedom of Information Act request to assess his record, but a judge ruled against them in 2024. A judge. Number two, Prince Harry is not a defendant. He is not a defendant. This is not Prince Harry's court case. The lawsuit is between the Heritage Foundation and the U.S. immigration authorities for refusing to release his record. Number three, admitting to recreational pharmaceutical use in a book is not grounds for deportation. U.S. immigration law does not deport people for past recreational pharmaceutical use unless they have a conviction or they were caught lying on the visa application. Harry has no convictions and no evidence exists, that is, that he lied on his visa form. There is no evidence of that. So, number four, Prince Harry qualifies for a green card and citizenship. Prince Harry, now a confirmed U.S. resident, has been married to Meghan Markle, a U.S. citizen, for almost 7 years. This status allows him to apply for a green card, which could eventually lead to U.S. citizenship if he chooses this path. Deportation would be highly unlikely under immigration law. Therefore, Trump has no power to override these protections. Why the British press wants to believe this lie? This manufactured scandal serves several purposes for the British tabloids. To shift attention away from Prince Harry's legal victory against NGN, which admitted to criminal phone hacking by focusing on his visa status, the press diverts public scrutiny from their own wrongdoing. The controversy also plays into anti-immigration rhetoric, with the Heritage Foundation using Harry's case to push a more extreme policy under Trump's Project 2025. Additionally, the tabloids benefit financially from keeping Harry and Meghan in the headlines. Stories about his so-called visa trouble generates clicks while reinforcing the narrative that he should return to the UK. Headlines from the Daily Mail, The Express, and Camilla Tominey push the same misleading narrative about Harry's visa case, reinforcing a false controversy. This coordinated effort shifts focus from Harry's legal victory against the tabloids and fuels speculation without legal basis. Prince Harry is not facing deportation. Trump cannot revoke his visa. The Heritage Foundation lawsuit is a political stunt. British tabloids are spinning a false narrative to distract from their own legal troubles. Let's stop letting the media control the conversation. The fact matters. The facts, plural, matters. And we must demand better reporting. So, what can you do? At Feminegra, we believe in holding media accountable and pushing back against false narratives. The British press wants you to believe Prince Harry is at risk of deportation, when in reality, this story is based upon speculation, not law. Okay? It is based upon speculation and not the law. Yeah, there are lots of magateers out there. And the one thing that is missing from that article, which is also speculation, as the son of a head of state, and also considering whatever legally binding agreements between the UK and the United States, Harry has worked as a diplomat on behalf of Queen Elizabeth II. We don't know whether or not Harry has some type of diplomatic status, which I mentioned that a long time ago. And eventually there was an article that backed that up. So you have to leave room for other things to be at play. It doesn't have to necessarily be one thing or the other. It could be something that we have no knowledge of, and that just maybe, we don't know. That may be a little far-fetched, but it is still a thing. All right, let's continue. I love Feminegra. Daily Mail to ask dozens of journalists. Newspapers will merge with Mail Online counterparts in scramble to adopt to digital age. I really don't know what the difference is between the Mail and the Mail on Sunday. I don't know what the difference is between the Mail and the digital Mail online. I don't know what the difference is. It all looks like the same garbage to me. And everything that they report about the Sussexes is all recycled, trivial, unnecessary stories that they just keep regurgitating over and over and over again. Just like the article in Vanity Fair. I did not read the article, but from all accounts, it seems like they tried to do too much. They just played the greatest hits of Harry this and Meghan that. That's all it was the greatest hits. There was no there. Daily Fail. As you can see, this is symbolic of where they are right now. Legacy media, and I'm just going to include Daily Mail because they've been around for a while. Legacy media is shrinking. It is dying a slow death. So when you see a vulture, a scavenger on a pile of newspapers, well, it means just that. They're waiting for this publishing giant to take its last breath. Lord Nappyhead, the racially ambiguous owner of the Daily Mail, featured in this image. And of course, the Daily Mail's Lord Nappyhead and Charles and Godzilla, they seem to be, somewhat close or whatever. I don't know. They have hired staff from both the Sun and the Daily Mail, right? Because of the invisible contract, because of the royal rota. By the way, Rebecca English writes for Daily Mail. Rebecca English, the gatekeeper. So there is a very, very close relationship between the Daily Mail, Lord Nappyhead, and Charles and Godzilla. There's a very close relationship, and they coordinate what they will and will not write about. By the way, you guys, let's all coordinate and hit that like button. Please hit that like button. It is the first of the month tomorrow. I don't need to tell you what that means. And those likes are how we keep the lights on. And let's also recall the Windsor DNA testing. Unlock your secrets. Yeah, unlock those secrets. Let us know exactly from whence you came. Let us know how you got here. Was it by way of, I don't know, Liberia, Mozambique, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, the Berbers? Yeah, the tribe, the Berbers. Well, however you got here, you're here now. Try to be less mean. Now, Andrew emails show contact with that guy whose name seems to trigger all kind of stuff, lasted beyond 2010. It says here, keep in close touch and we'll play some more soon. That sounds eerie. Keep in close touch and we'll play some more soon, said an email sent to that guy from a member of the British royal family, believed to be the sick old man. Yes, him. The one who curiously ran his hand down the backside of another royal family member. Remember that gross thing that happened? Andrew told him, we'll play more soon. Isn't that something? I love that photo on the left side. As he emerged from the St. George Chapel, just so happens that if you crop the image, as he puts his hand on those bars and pulls himself up the steps, it looks like the place that he ought to be. Or is this all just another play to get that house? Is that what it's about? How did we know about those emails? Was it the FBI? Or was it something a little closer to home, like one of the British agencies that released that information? No chance. Andrew won't leave. Andy's new pad. Prince Andrew could move into ex-wife Fergie's $5 million pad. Playing with fire. Selfish Prince Andrew is threatening King's coronation. It's been back and forth about this nonsense for a few years now. He ain't going nowhere. And most of all, we know he's not going to jail. But that is Royal Lodge, which is anything but just a lodge. It is a huge mansion to the likes of which Andrew doesn't seem to have much money to maintain the upkeep, but he's doing some very desperate things to come up with the money. And so for now, he'll stay. Even if the place falls down around him, he doesn't have any plans to leave. Now, this is what I mentioned earlier. Archwell Foundation presents to you the Southern California Fire Relief Resources. So they updated their list. As wildfires in Los Angeles continue to impact communities, the Archwell Foundation is focused on providing relief and support to those affected. We have been working with organizations providing essential aid and remain dedicated to assisting those most in need of support with urgency and care. We are proud to uplift the following organizations. So you have the Altadena Girls, founded by a 14-year-old Avery. Altadena Girls attempts to restore normalcy for teenage victims of the Eaton fire through distribution of basic hygiene products, makeup, brand new clothes, emphasizing the importance of mental health among teenage girls in times of crisis. And then there's the Altadena Boys. Inspired by Avery and her fire relief efforts, Altadena Boys similarly provide boys affected by ongoing fire with new clothes, sports, outdoor equipment, games, and electronics in efforts of restoring a sense of normalcy. There's Project Camp, offers free day camp, giving kids a moment to escape the anxiety and stress created by crisis through not self, but safe and fun camp experiences, and parents a moment to breathe and get back on their feet. And then there's Baby to Baby, which there was just a thing about that. Baby to Baby is providing essential supplies, including diapers, clothing, hygiene products, and emergency kits to families in need. Hi, Ingrid Soares. And World Central Kitchen. Like I said, you guys, if you just are not sure where to make donations, this is an approved list from Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So World Central Kitchen, I don't need to say anything about that. Global Empowerment Mission and the California Community Foundation. And then let's move on. Pasadena Community Foundation. Foundation has set up the Eaton Canyon Fire Recovery and Relief Fund. They are currently focusing on supporting individuals displaced by home loss, evacuation, or job loss. I see that's really important. They are also preparing to provide long-term assistance to Black and Latino families through housing and mental health services with the goal of preserving the diverse community and cultural richness of Altadena. So, another great place. It is an abundance of places out there where you can make your contribution, big or small. Just do something, whatever you can do, because there are people out there that will be counting on your contributions. Nameless, faceless people, but people just the same. They will be counting on those contributions. And Mr. David Weissman, honored to present Invictus Games Foundation at the groundbreaking of the Armed Forces Invictus Centre, Abuja, and present Honorable Minister Abu Bakar with an Invictus coin. This center will provide hope to many and will inspire some to attend a future Invictus Games. Now let's take a look at those photos. Ah, that's the coin. That is the coin right there. And that, of course, is the groundbreaking. And now that is a great photo of David. That is a great photo. A distinguished gentleman. I tell you, I heard the story about how Harry and David became associated with each other. He thought, oh God, there's a royal, not exactly what I signed up for, but eventually they became best of friends. Could you imagine back in 2014, David Weissman, of course, had become acquainted with Prince Harry, but much to his shock, Prince Harry has been able to lean on him and depend on him to help guide the future of that newly minted organization called the Invictus Games, right? And since then, David Weissman has been here, there, and everywhere on behalf of Invictus. Now, he is a motivational speaker. He himself has been injured. He took a slug to the chest. There's actually an x-ray of that piece of lead in his chest. It looks frightening, but in spite of that, every day he gets up, he goes and runs and whatever else he has on the plate, but great guy. And there, of course, is a scale model of that center that they've just broken ground for. And I cannot wait to see it. Probably will take a year or two for it to get up and running, but it's going to be fantastic. And you know that Harry and Meghan will probably make a return trip for that. So we can look forward to it. And there, of course, is David. Oh gosh, what is his name back there? Is it Jacob? Nope. Let me see. Wait, I got it. Anyway, that is General Christopher Musa. And at least I think that is. No, it's not. No, that's not Musa. But anyway, it's Corn. What is his name? Oh, it's Derek Kobana. Derek Kobana. I can never remember his name, but he and David has worked closely with each other to help bring the Invictus Games to Africa. Derek Kobana. And the guy with the tie, I'm not sure who that is. I mean, it might be General. No, it's not General Musa. Musa is the one that had the coin, right? There you go. A portrait of Nigerian Chief of Defense General Christopher Musa and Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, to commemorate the groundbreaking ceremony of the new Invictus Centre in Abuja. So exciting. So exciting. I like that picture. All right, there you go. Nice group shot. It's going to be pretty exciting. Cannot wait to see it. Especially now that the Duchess of Sussex is a princess of, 4 realms in Nigeria, right? 4 or 5. 4 nations? Something like that. Let me see. Is this the one I'm looking for?
Come down. Come down. Come down. Say what? Why is he come down? Come down. Come down. Why is he come down? Come down. Come down. I hear you. Why is he come down? Come down. Come down.
All right. So Derek Kobana commemorating a significant moment, a portrait of General C.G. Musa and the Duke of Sussex, symbolizing strength and unity as we mark the groundbreaking of the Invictus Centre in Abuja today. Very, very cool. We are watching history in the making. Absolutely. Very, very important. And of course, Meghan wore that beautiful yellow dress. That yellow, oh my gosh, I don't know what it is about that yellow dress that just it was like the dress was singing. It was a beautiful, beautiful moment. Amazing. That entire trip was absolutely amazing. Let me see. Um, oh, I know which one I'm looking for. If I say yellow dress, I need to see it. If I say it, I need to see it. Ah, there we go. Okay, you ready for it? I love it. That is epic. That is absolutely epic. Okay, let's keep this moving. Well, we might get in out of here in less than 2 hours. Yeah, that's true. Church Nelly, we need to see Megan in more colors. Okay, one more image of the center. That is going to be so cool when they're finished with that. Okay, you guys, I'm going to have to drag somebody because they're still up to their old tricks. They're still doing that thing. Zandy Sussex reminded us, who knew that visiting terminally ill children could be so hilarious? And this is a gosh, I hate to say it, but it is a hospice for children. It is a hospice for children, and maybe just maybe that's one of the reasons why yesterday when I shared the images of the kids, I almost forgot about it because of, you know, I was so distracted by Catherine that I forgot it was a hospice for children, but it is. And Zandy was right to point that out. And of course, I looked up the definition of tone deaf. And the first definition is the more traditional, relatively insensitive to differences in musical pitch. Number two, having or showing an obtuse insensitivity or a lack of perception, particularly in matters of public sentiment, opinion, or taste. The White House long ago concluded that she is aloof and politically tone deaf. Now, when they say that, they're not speaking of Kate. I believe they were speaking about the Trump girl, the trophy wife, the mail order wife. I believe that's who they were speaking of. So that's why it says White House. I actually meant to exclude that part of the definition, but they use that as an example, of course. But it's nothing new. Kate has been tone deaf. Actually, Kate and William have been tone deaf for quite some time. I mean, take a look here. Tone deaf poverty safari, PR stunt. It's important our children learn early on how less fortunate others are, right? But there's Kate and William, all smiles as per usual. They have really, really lost it when it comes to these events. They only stayed for about, what was it, 55 minutes, I believe it was. They were in and out of there, in and out of there. And when one of the ladies at the agency was trying to share some information with Kate and ask her questions, Kate said, "Well, I'm just, I mean, right there, Food Share feeds 150 people every week, and that's in Windsor. That is in Windsor, okay? That is close to Windsor Castle. Imagine the scale of the suffering in poor parts of the country as we continue to pay these billionaires at least 365 million pounds a year." Well, according to Graham Smith, it's more like £500 million a year. Shortly after the Prince and Princess of Wales visit, a volunteer said that Kate, in particular, wanted to know about the stigma that people feel about having to use a food bank. She's thinking about the stigma. And she was delighted that the school her children attend at a cost to the taxpayers of £53,000 a year had enjoyed a poverty safari of their own to gawk at people less fortunate than themselves. This latest PR stunt fail comes as royals are desperate for good press following the publication of Harry's book, which told us what we already knew about their pointless, overindulged existences. Palace sources said the royal couple will pretend to look more at the problem people face every day so they can continue to take our money and do nothing. Well, they made their point, didn't they? And then there's some tone deaf on the right, the Caribbean tour, right? All of those headlines from the Caribbean tour. And then someone made that one. I saved it. Lazy, tone deaf, and something else. And right there, never worked a day in her life. And that's true. She's never had a real job. Having fun on the deck of a yacht. That's about as much work as she's ever done. You can call it work or you can call it social climbing. It still works the same way. Prince William holds emergency crisis talks with senior aides after being rocked by the backlash against the royal tour of the Caribbean for being tone deaf to Britain's colonial past. Now, you know what, guys? Think about this. Think about how often the tabloids recycle articles, or should I say, talking points within the articles about anything and everything Harry and Meghan has experienced. You could start with how many bathrooms they have, and then you can continue with this headline and that headline, and the language is always the same. They'll start off the article with whatever is new and then pull at least 3 or 4 stories of the past to fill up the article. But they don't mention the Caribbean tour that often. That is rarely spoken about. If they spoke about that Caribbean tour as often as they mention how much Meghan's clothes cost and how many bathrooms they have, then of course, people would not look at them so fondly. So they benefit. That is what I really resent, is that they benefit from the mistreatment of Harry and Meghan. They have been the sole beneficiaries of that. And every time they write about the Sussexes, the theme is actually, if they write about the Cambridges or the Welleses, whoever they are, Will and Kate good, Harry and Meghan bad. They always balance it with something great about them and something negative about the Sussexes. And it does affect the poll numbers. It does. And when people say, oh, just ignore it, that's not helping their case, ignoring it. I'm sorry to say it. It's good to ignore it. If it is taxing on your nerves, then you really should just ignore that this is happening. But their ultimate goal is that Harry and Meghan are in a public setting, and instead of course, seeing members of the so-called working royal family being confronted and booed and heckled, they really are hoping that that's what happens to the Sussexes. And so far, they have come up short. They have really come up short. And I can't help but think that's probably why they want Meghan to get back over there as soon as possible so that they can plant their people like they did the last time she was there, when they went to the One Young World, and even during the Queen's funeral, they can plant their people so that they can mistreat Meghan. It's disturbing how important that is to them. More tone deaf. And then take a look on the right. You see that person with the big grin plastered on her face? Preparing food for the homeless. Ha, ha, ha. Holocaust Memorial Day. Ha, ha, ha. Visiting children's palliative care? Big smile, gawking grin. And of course, honoring the veterans. That's Kate twisting her hair on Remembrance Day. Always tone deaf. Now, let's contrast that. I'm going to do like the tabloids. Let's contrast that with the Sussexes. They gave a speech. That's something that Kate avoids like the plague. But they both spoke. Thursday night, Prince Harry and Meghan appeared on behalf of the Archwell Foundation at the Kinsey Collection art exhibit. The Kinsey Collection, African American Art and History Collection, is currently touring LA at SoFi Stadium and Houston at the Holocaust Museum. That is how you conduct yourself. That is how you're supposed to conduct yourself. Instead of the laughing, the grinning, William looking at his watch, trying to figure out how fast can I get the hell out of here? And of course, I have shared this quite a few times. This seems like a good occasion right here. Listen to how fast William is speaking.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time, and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's lots more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time, and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's lots more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So
And we're out of here. And we're out of here. I mean, it was just like he got a plane to catch, isn't it? It's like like he's going to take a cross-Atlantic voyage and he has to rush home to pack. It is amazing how rapid his speech was. But not a surprise, because he does that, especially when it's something that he's just totally not interested in. Untouched, airbrushed. Now, that has nothing to do with the actual video, but I was just being shady that day. I forgot I had made a video about tone deaf Kate, but I did. I had actually made a video about Tone Deaf Kate. And I believe it was after she put on like a $500 jumper and told people to send contributions for something. Well, that actually was plastered all over the media. Everybody came for her that day because it was stupid. It was irresponsible. It's like someone at the at Kensington Palace deliberately sabotaged her. And people complained to Ofcom, I think it was. People complained. They could not believe that she was interrupting their show to ask for money. But there she was in a very expensive outfit asking for money. And they made their feelings known. Yeah, they really made their feelings known. So good for her. I think she got the message. And then, of course, Mayor couldn't attend for photo op. Playing statesman in a country you can't control is hard. Let's talk about the global statesman, shall we? Look at that. Prince William pledges to make peace in the Middle East. Prince William pledges to help Aborigines hunt for warrior. Anyway, Prince William pledges extraordinary World Cup. Prince William pledges to get men talking more as he backs that right there. Prince William pledges his love for AC/DC. Britain's Prince William pledges solidarity with Ukraine. Prince William pledges support for Bahamas' future. Prince William pledges to respect countries seeking independence. Wait, I ain't done yet. Prince William pledges to support King Charles in every way he can. Prince William pledges war against Prince Harry over Netflix series. He pledges not to take any more from Camilla. Pledges to save outdoor spaces. Pledges his support for the LGBT. Now, see, I'm pretty sure he's going to follow through with that one. He's one of their biggest proponents, I'm sure, behind the scenes. Pledges to support Tanzania anti-poaching crusade. Pledged to remember a national Holocaust ceremony, and then something too small to see. Lots of pledges from the global statesman. If you have to tell people you're a global statesman, you're probably not. If you have to tell people looking to cement himself as a global statesman, how's that working out? And then, of course, they put those two sociopaths together. They put the two of them together, still doesn't add up to a single man. And of course, remember, he is entering his statesman era, his global statesman era. I love this photo right here. Prince William pledges to make peace in the Middle East his lifelong project after historic 5-day trip to the region. When it all comes down to it, if it was not for an accident of birth, this is the real Prince William. Employee of the Month, even though he has pledged to solve the Middle East crisis, the war in Ukraine, support for the LGBTQ plus community, saving outdoor spaces, saving all Africans, fixing Brexit, saving the Amazon rainforest, solving global warming, stopping all wars, and creating peace on earth. Peggy somehow always manages to show up for work 2 days per month. His dedication to shaking hands, smiling, and taking pictures with customers is unsurpassed. This is why we proudly crowned him Employee of the Month. Sleazy Dan, store manager. There you go. That is the real Prince William. Also known as a man who is thriving from an accident of birth. And with that, you guys, under 2 hours, I am done. That was it. Under 2 hours. I told you we'd only be here for 2 hours, and that was it. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, really, thank you. Let me see. I'm going to take a look at a few of your comments. Yeah, I'll take a look at a few of your comments, and then we will say good night. Oh, wait. Yeah, that was it. I was about to say, was there more? No, that was it. I'm going to take it back to the top. All right. I dragged her the other day. I think that was about all of the birthday greetings she deserves from me. But no, I saw her picture in the bathing suit, but I did not prepare any birthday greetings for her. But let's take a look back, though, just the same. Was that day before yesterday when I decided to drag my Middleton? Oh, that's the photo I was looking for. That's it right there. I am still shocked by this. I am absolutely shocked by this. I mean, I heard the rumors, but Simon Rex and Tiffany? Yeah. Oh, well, it takes all kinds, right? That's what they say. It takes all kinds. Simon Rex and Tiffany, who knew? I tell you, there are times when I would like to be a fly on the wall, and I think that those two would be one of them. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can find a proper I want to see if I can find the I forgot what day that was. God, I dragged my Middleton until I was tired that day. Didn't I? Let me see. And had fun doing it too. I had fun doing it. That old Ma Middleton, she just turned 70. Yep, old Ma Middleton just turned 70. Ah, that's it right there. Here we go. There you go. That's the one. Actually, I think I got about 13,000 views on that particular video. I mean, people saw Ma Middleton and was hooked. They're like, yeah, I got to watch this one. Let me see how many views I got on that video. No, it's only 12,000, but that's okay. 12,000 views on that one. Oh, okay. More. Oh, there we go. There we go. Carol Middleton's secret. See, I thought her birthday was the other day. I thought her birthday was the other day, but it was today or yesterday. Secret to looking incredible at 70. Her diet plan with red wine allowed. I don't know if it's a diet to her if there was no wine. Confidence in bikini. And the reason you won't see her wearing trousers. I don't think you'll see her wearing trousers for the same reason Queen Victoria couldn't wear them. If you know, you know. That's all I'll say. If you know, you know. And it wasn't because it was the Victorian age either. I don't think there would be any time when Queen Victoria, any age where she could wear trousers. I think physically it would have been impossible. Ah, why does she look like one of those mannequins in that Polish wax museum? Remember those wax figures that they had that looked really scary? Why do I get the feeling that she could have easily had gone there to see that exhibit and would have been mistaken for one of those wax statues, right? She could have easily have been confused as one of those wax statues. And then, of course, like mother, like daughter, where they grimace, they sneer, they have those nervous twitches, and at least one of them has a mouth askew. And of course, like I said, there is no diet that does not include wine for my Middleton. They have not created a diet that she could tolerate that did not include wine. She wouldn't have anything to do with it if it did. Yeah. And then, of course, finally, the buzz. And of course, where did she get all those little bottles from? Where did she get them from? She has been stockpiling. Look at there. See that? She has been stockpiling those little mini beverage bottles, little mini liquor bottles from her days as a flight attendant, an air hostess with British Airways. She has gone from air hostess to the mother of the future queen of the United Kingdom. That is very impressive. The other thing that, of course, makes her look so young is she wears her daughter's clothes, which actually makes her seem older, but I digress. I digress. Don't you get the feeling that you ever read about Jean Harlow and how her mother actually wanted to be an actress? She had went to Hollywood and she didn't cut it. And then when Jean Harlow became old enough, she went back out to Hollywood. And the name Jean Harlow, that is actually her mother's name. Do you see what I'm getting to? That is what I'm trying to say. Her dreams were too far out of reach for her to achieve them. So she decided to propel her daughter onto the world stage as the social climbing future queen. She has turned her daughter into a bit of an ingenue, and eventually she'll become queen. Clever lady, very clever. Whatever my Middleton wants, she gets. Right? Yeah, and the similarity is that Jean Harlow had a pretty turbulent life. And unfortunately, she was pretty much having a very bad health problem when she first got out there. I mean, she was falling apart from what was it she had? Some childhood illness she had, but even though she seemed so healthy and vibrant in those movies, there were long periods where she just had to lay down because she was so ill. But yeah, very interesting story about Jean Harlow. Yeah, you see there, 2021, Kate Ward, 2022. Well, yeah, as you can see, Ma Middleton couldn't put that belt. She couldn't put that belt on, but she found a way to wear it. Oh, thank you, Cookies and Cream, and thank you for being here. Cookies and Cream, I don't know that I ever had a Royal Sussex and you weren't here. I don't recall. And of course, Finger Clicking Carol, the way she sent 71 emails a day. Now that is the real dictator in heels. Yes, yes, I saw that. That was very sad. The original blonde bombshell. And of course, as you can see, this is the person who taught Kate how to exit a vehicle. Yeah, this is the one who showed Kate, who instructed her daughter in the fine art of showing people your business while you exit a vehicle. It was Ma Middleton who taught Kate how to do that. And now Kate's in trouble because of that. Yep, Ma Middleton. That's somebody's mother. When I saw that picture, I was like, that's somebody's mother? That's somebody's mother? I couldn't believe it. But yeah, that's somebody's mother. Ma Middleton, Kate Middleton's mama. uh, that old Ma Middleton, she don't wear knickers. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm sure she does. Good night, Heather Stroud. And of course, her own cousin has accused her of being a social climber, a real pariah. Oh, and did you guys ever see that article? The one that they had, they had the no, not Vanity Fair. What was it? Not Town and Country. The Tatler. That article from the Tatler. Well, they actually had them cut that article down. They took about a third of it away. But the reason why is because it spoke about William being so dependent upon his relationship with Carol Middleton, how he was like a second mother. It was real cringy. But I have the whole article. I found it. They literally deleted a third of the article. Oh, there you go. Some of that beverage seems to have kicked in. See how red and flush her face looks? Yeah, that's that beverage. That's her choice of beverage. And look at Ma Middleton up there, looking like she owns a saloon. Ma Middleton. The mother of the future queen standing up there with her hands on the hip, looking sassy, looking like some old broad, Look at that old broad up there. She is literally standing like a broad. Not the mother of the future queen, but just some common broad. How dare she? Oh, that's why she was making that face. I get it. That's why. You see there? That's why the face. Because she lives downwind. Because she lives downwind from the farm. That's why she's making that face. Now it makes sense. Well, they say that smell travels. Okay, you guys. Well, it is Carol Middleton's birthday, or so it was. And I hope she reaches her ultimate goal, and that is to be there at Kate's coronation. I hope it works out for her. She's sacrificed a lot, she's done a lot to make it happen. And I hope it works out for her. I have nothing against her. Although I do suspect that she may have led some of the rebellion against Meghan. I believe that too. I believe that Carol Middleton was so afraid that Meghan was going to upstage her non-verbal daughter that she went into a panic. That's what I believe. Okay, so if there's nothing else, love you guys as usual. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. And also, thank you for your memberships, your contributions, and of course, your likes and shares. I think that's it. And who knows? Maybe we'll stay on kind of late Saturday night. We'll see. Maybe we'll stay on late Saturday night. Could be fun. Okay, what should we close with today? Need something to close with. I think Madam Duchess. We haven't done Madam Duchess in a while. Yes, Madam Duchess it is. Okay. All right, here goes. Madam Duchess.